isn't it 1/3?
Yeah, very good, 1/3. Perfect. Okay, so a number to the first power is going to be itself. Now, what if the exponent is a 0? Any number to the 0 power is going to be a 1. Okay, no matter what it is, if it's to the 0 power, we have 1. So let's see, Daisy, are you here?
Yes.
All right, Daisy, can you do these for me? Just do all 3 of them for me.
1, 1, 1.
Oh yeah, good. 1, 1, 1. Okay. 7 to the 0, 1. M to the 0, 1. Negative 1, 6 to the 0, still 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Good job. Okay, so now what if the exponent is a negative? So positive exponents tell you to multiply. So if they're negative, what do you think they're going to do? Can I have a volunteer? So if positive multiplies.
Negative exponents tell you to divide.
Very good. Who was that?
Jordan.
Perfect. Thank you, Jordan. All right. So 3 to the negative first power is going to be the same thing as 1/3. Do you guys see how we're dividing by 3? Okay. And we're dividing by that many 3s. So this is just 1/3. Okay. C to the negative 4th is going to be 1/c to the 4th power. Okay. And that's as far as it can simplify, really. D to the negative 2 is just going to be 1/d squared. And that's as simple as that gets. And then, Jason, will you send me the answer to the last one and then we'll come back to it, okay? So p to the negative 1 power, what is that one going to look like? Okay, now we're going to talk about multiplying. We have bases multiplied by each other and then dividing, okay? So when we are multiplying here, we have 2 numbers with the same base but different powers. We're going to add the powers. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that because that's super important. So when we are multiplying exponents, we just add those powers together. Okay, let's see here. Jakeem was not here. Navre, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, so if I'm adding powers, and I have 2 cubed times 2 to the 4th, what should I get? So I'm adding these 2 powers. What's 3 plus 4?
7.
Yeah, so 2 to the 7th. So the reason why there's such a big space here is because I wanted to show you how this looks. So we have 3 2's here, 2 times 2 times 2. And then we have 4 2's here for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2's being multiplied, which gives us 2 to the 7th, okay? We just add those powers. I'll do the ends real quick with you guys. So we have 2 ends here and then 3 ends, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could add 2 plus 3 to get 5. To the 5th. Okay, I've been going pretty fast through these and I keep making mistakes. What questions do you guys have before we get to dividing?
I got a question.
All right, bring it on, Henry.
Well, it's I couldn't find it in Canvas, so I could print it, the paper.
Oh, so if you pull up Canvas, it's just this one right here, Properties of Exponents worksheet.
I pressed that one, but it just brought me to something else.
Maybe I've uploaded the wrong one. I did. I will upload this after class. I'm very sorry. Thank you for letting me know, Henry.
Yeah.
I apologize. Okay, so I'll make sure this is added after class. I apologize for that. Okay, so let's see. Jason, I had asked you to do this one right here, and I haven't gotten a message from you yet. So if you can message me. All right, now we're going to talk about, oh, are there any other questions about the math here before we move on? Okay, if there are no questions, we're going to go on to dividing exponents. And you guys really need to ask questions if you're confused, okay? So when we divide exponents, we subtract. Here we added when we multiplied, so we're going to subtract this time. The bottom power from the top power. Okay, so we're subtracting the bottom power from the top power. Okay, so here, I'm going to show you kind of how this works. We have 4 F's on top and 2 on the bottom. So we can make this look like 1, 2, 3, 4 F's. And then 2 on the bottom. The reason why we would subtract 2 from 4 here is because these F's cancel, leaving us with just 2 F's on the top, so F squared. Okay, so you could do F, this could be rewritten as F to the 4 minus 2. All right, you can write them like the fraction and then cancel them. And then our final answer is going to be F squared. What questions do you guys have about that process?
Ms. Rivers, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right.
Did you have a question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's find somebody to do the last one. Lamero, are you here?
Yep.
Okay. So here we have 5 to the 6th over 5 to the 10th. How are we going to rewrite that?
We're gonna do 5. What is it? 5 to the 4th power.
You're close. Let's break it down a little bit. Let's kind of write it like this. So what's the first number I should write in the power?
6.
Yeah. And then I'm subtracting what?
10.
And 6 minus 10 is?
It's -4.
Yeah, so 5 to the negative 4th, which we can rewrite as 1 over 5 to the 4th power.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Lamero. Okay, and the very last thing is going to be exponent of an exponent. So when we have an exponent to another exponent, we are going to multiply the powers. So I'm going to highlight that real quick. Okay, that blue's kind of dark, sorry. Okay, so we have our rule for multiplying exponents, dividing, and now we have exponent to an exponent. So when we have an exponent to an exponent, we multiply those powers. So g squared cubed is kind of like saying, I have g squared 3 times. And now this is just like we had up here, so we can add these guys together. Okay, so we'll end up with g to the 6th. And that 6 can be calculated by doing 2 times 3. The 2 came from here, the 3 came from there. Okay, so let's see, Henry, can you help me out with this problem right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 7 to the 4th squared. How can I rewrite that?
7 to the 4th squared twice.
Yes, it was 7 to the 4th, just 7 to the 4th twice. Like that. Okay. And then what's the final answer going to be? What is 4 times 2?
4 times 2 is 8.
Yep. So it's going to be 7 to the 8.
Hmm?
Okay.
Oh,
8.
oh, so you also only multiply the power.
Yeah, exactly. You only multiply the powers together. That came from 4 times.
Okay, that's why I got confused.
That's okay. I'm glad that we did that together then. Okay, now, normally what I would have you do for homework, if we were in class, we would have already done the test and you guys would be assigned this for homework because you wouldn't be doing a test on your own. These problems on the back are going to be really great practice for you to try to do. So I really encourage you to do them. At some point, they will be due, probably the next class you will assign them. So make sure you take a look at those today. But the front of these are our notes for today. So just make sure that you have these written down. I will post the completed notes as a scan after class. I will also post the video of this class after class. What else was I going to say? So you can always go back and redo this. I will also post the actual sheet instead of whatever's up there right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put that aside and we're gonna do our
I
fun.
have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
I have a question.
Yes.
The one before it was doing the wait, hold up, because my page. Could you put the paper back? Yeah. So right here, the 5 to the 6 power over 5 to the 10 power.
Yeah.
So why did it end up just being 1 over 5 to the 4th power?
So 6 minus 10 was -4.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we have a negative exponent, we talked about up here, what if the exponent is negative? It just gets moved to the denominator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then we get 1 over 5 to the positive 4th when we move it to the denominator.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, so we're gonna do the Skittles activity really, really fast. Okay, so we're talking about exponential functions, okay? Exponential functions can model population growth, they can model viruses spreading. So this stuff is super applicable to stuff that's happening today, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys kind of how population growth can work. All right, so first it says choose 2 Skittles at random and place them in the cup. So I have a bag of Skittles here. I have my cup, and I'm gonna put 2 Skittles in my cup. All right, I picked 2 random ones. All right, then it says, cover the cup with your hand and shake and pour onto your plate. It's gonna be just my table for me. All right, and I have my Skittles up like this. Okay, so there are my 2 Skittles. Now it says for each Skittle showing an S, place another Skittle on the plate. So let's see, Jamarian, are you here? It's kind of, Jamarian?
Yes.
Okay, so how many of these Skittles have an S up? It's really difficult to tell, but can you tell it all?
1.
Yeah, one of them has the S up. That means I'm going to put another Skittle in the cup for that. So I'm gonna take 1 more Skittle, and I picked a yellow one, of course. I'm gonna put them all in my cup, okay? Now it says, so when I had trial 0, I had a population of 2. I had 2 Skittles in my cup. So in trial 1, now I have 3 Skittles in my cup total. So I'm gonna shake them up, pour them out, okay? And now I have 1 Skittle with the S up. So I'm gonna add 1 more Skittle to my cup, okay? So I'm gonna put them all in here. And now for round 2, I have 4, okay? So I'm gonna shake them up, roll them out. Oh my goodness, this one's gonna go slow. I have 1 Skittle up, so I have 5. So I need to add 1 more Skittle. All right. Pour them out. Now I have, I have 1, 2, 3 Skittles with the S up. So I need to add 3 Skittles on my next round. So I have 1